Welcome, welcome, welcome. I kind of want to see what's over here too. Let's buy. Oh, you tripping? We out. Snowstorm edition. Snowstorm edition. Oh my goodness. Snowstorm edition. Shout out to everybody who's watching tonight. Ah, these little pellets hurt. Yo, this we got sleet here in Dallas, and I ain't gonna lie. It's not even the cold that's kind of getting to me right now. It's simply these little ice pellets is just hitting me in the face. So I done pulled up on this we got a makeshift outdoor calisthenics thing for kids. So we got the yeah maneries. Yo, what if I was to work out in the snow? Would that make me crazy? I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get a couple reps in on this thing. That boy wilding. Your boy is wilding. Is it gonna let me? Yeah. I'm trying to get it to Ariana Lyric. What's up? Boom. That's how we gonna do this. So I'm about to get a couple reps in the snow. Shout out to everybody who's in the States right now and you're braving through the cold. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. I got more in me. But this stream wasn't actually a workout. This was us going exploring in the snow. We going to exploring in the daggone snow, and we got a bunch of people. So y'all need to like the stream and subscribe. If y'all like the stream, I will stream for a long time tonight. I'm literally out in 10-degree weather, broadcasting for the people who scared to go outside tonight. I'm outside. You know how cold you know how cold this daggone hand pole is, and I'm out here. But yeah, if you live in a warm place that's always warm and you always want to experience snow, that's what we doing tonight. So like I said, like the stream, subscribe. So I'm in Dallas, Texas. Sorry for all the spitting, but I'm in Dallas, Texas, and we get snow like once every 2, 3 years ish, and it's usually never like heavy snow per se. It's just like enough to like coat the ground, and then it's usually ice. So we got these little ice pellets that are literally hitting me in the dang on face, and they're all over me. And they just really hurt when they hit my nose. But you know, obviously they're advising nobody to drive or do nothing like that. Ranchers, she did. So shout out to everybody who's in the room right now. Tony, it does look beautiful. You know, as a kid, you know, this is like the most amazing thing. But when you're old, you don't feel like dealing with like the cleanup and the missing of work. And, yo, these little, we gonna walk backwards because it's flowing this way. But you don't feel like dealing with the responsibility being in a snowstorm, cleaning it up, missing work. We probably gonna walk this way with my back to the wind because this sleet kind of hurt. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And mind you, I'm the only person outside right now. Oh, we got 37 people in here. Like the stream, y'all. Like, subscribe, do that. But yeah, you look like Drake. I do not look like Drake, boy. Drake is light skinned. Drake is light skinned. Islamic World, what's up? Mythical, Brandon, Cosmetic, Bruno, Tony Cranley, what's up? Like the stream, subscribe. I'm giving y'all a little tour of my neighborhood in the snow. And yeah, we gonna handle it like that, you know. It's a couple people out driving. Dare you to touch the snow if it's hard. It's not hard. I got gloves on, so it's barely enough to like the snow is it's not even an inch of snow on the ground. It's just enough to coat the ground. Hold on. Let me break a finger out so I can turn the camera around so y'all can see. Boom. But literally, it's about, well, shit. Probably it's actually kind of deeper than it looked. But yeah, okay, you go home and go in your car. Nah, I ain't going in the car. I was about to say, you go in your car, you might crash out. I was literally walking down here where I'm about to walk right now earlier. This is the United States. Gear EDI. This is the United States. Heck, my mom is that. We are in Texas, which is crazy because Texas ain't known for snow. But they're saying that this is the snowstorm to end all snowstorms. This is a catastrophic snowstorm, and you know this is the one. Now, where I'm at, they're expecting like maybe an inch of snow, which is literally what's on the ground now. But on the East Coast, they're expecting like a foot plus of snow. So and that person literally hydroplaning through the snow. That level of snow is the most dangerous, no salt and yes. So here's the thing about living in Texas. Texas, I'm in Texas and it is not snowing. Well, where do you live in Texas? You know, if you're in Dallas, then you got this is what you should be saying right now. But yes, to Heather 5788. Yes, this is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. I wanted to drive somewhere today, but then it's like I decided to walk instead. And I literally walked out and I was like literally standing like right here. And I literally just seen somebody spin out like immediately. Heather said, I live in Canada and we getting, yeah. It depends on probably what part of Canada you in, but if you're getting a storm that's coming from the US, see this person, they sliding too. They sliding out. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. Well, they barely made it. They barely made it. They was hitting that what's his face, that rapper? I'm like swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, no, you don't get no traction. Now I will say this isn't like freezing rain. This is literally sleet. I can feel it. Like I said, the little pellets are just like piercing and hitting hard. But you get a little bit more traction in the sleet versus the freezing rain. On freezing rain, obviously, it's like the ground becomes a sheet of ice and you get no traction. Like there's some traction on this. I can feel it when I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not slipping and sliding or anything like that when I'm walking. It's like a easy walk. But but it's still pretty dangerous regardless. Like I said, that person who was just driving, they was literally slipping and sliding. Now, one thing I will say that's just the dopest about when it snows. It's like right now how I'm on live and like you the lighting is kind of crazy. When it's all of this white on the ground, it's like the ground just becomes like this big light. And then it's kind of like even though it's dark outside, it's bright outside. You get what I'm saying? So that's probably the one of the dopest things. And it's also dope because I can literally just walk to the middle of the street and it ain't no cars coming. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the I gotta hold it this way. But I got the yeah man, streets is mine. Oh, let me get out the street though, because the car might slide, slipping and slide. But we are gonna go for a little walk. We're gonna see how far I can make it, on a little journey. Black ice, freezing rain on the ground is yes, it is, yes. And that's the other part, yes. It is like granted it's midnight, but usually you would catch more people outside, more cars rolling by anytime. It could be like 4 in the morning, but it's like, yes, it is dead. It's like it's dead out here. Like I said, I could walk in the middle of the street right now, and that truck looked like it's sliding, but it's like a ghost town. It was the perfect time for a live stream, though. It's the perfect because you know what I'm saying. Like I would assume all of y'all are sitting in y'all little warm houses right now, in the comfort of your home, and then I bring you the elements. You know what I'm saying? I bring you Snowmageddon 2026. Yes, it is a zombie town. This how it was when COVID hit, though. When COVID hit, it wasn't. But yo, this shit is crazy. So whoever's in here now, do y'all celebrate Christmas? And if you did, was it a white Christmas? I know I got some people of the Muslim faith in here, so that might not be a question for y'all. But if you're here and you celebrate Christmas, was it a white Christmas? Was it looking like this wherever you live at? So Mythical Brandon first says, yeah, they said some worse than 2009 storm for real. So that 2009 storm on the East Coast, I remember that because I used to live in Baltimore. And that 2009 storm was actually two storms. It was like one blizzard that came in and hit, and it dropped like 20 inches. And then it was a blizzard like maybe a day or two later that came in right behind it, dropped 20 more inches. That was one of the craziest snowstorms, but that was one of the most fun times in my life because I remember going up to Morgan State, and it was like Morgan State is like a college in Baltimore, and it was like a whole campus wide. Uh, it was a whole campus wide snowball fight, and it was like 100 people going crazy snowball fight. So Marcos Dallas says no, I can't lie. I live on a mountain. It was a white Christmas because there were a bunch of white mature men, women. Hey, some of the white mature women are nice. I think I missed some comments. Let me go up. Mo Pork says, "Where's your coat, bro?" The funny thing is, I don't feel bad out here. I'm not really cold. As long as my hands are covered, I actually feel pretty good. Jean Dial says, yes, but not in New Orleans. Bro, my state is in 30-inch snow. Yo, God bless you. I hope you okay in this weather. I'm great in this weather, man. You know, um, The thing with the weather too that always puts things into perspective for me is like everybody's like trapped in the house. Everybody's like can't go nowhere. Everybody's, doing whatever they doing on this snow thing. And it also puts into perspective how lucky we are. Boy, these little pellets is hitting. How lucky we are to be able to just simply go out and walk and drive and do stuff comfortably. Yes, I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't think these pellets was gonna be hitting this hard, but these pellets is hitting. These little pellets is kind of tingling. Otherwise, I'm good. And these is like I bought these gloves for like $5, but they like triple layered. You see how thick they are? They like triple layered. Cause I said, also we still doing our I was supposed to be streaming 20 minutes every day. And I was like, yo, I can't not stream and capture something like this. And of course, the viewership is higher than normal today because I think this is just like a cool scene. Like how often do you get a snow stream of somebody outside? I'm sure there's other people who are on YouTube right now streaming outside and from the snowstorm, but like the snow is fresh. I'm leaving the first footprints in it. Can you see the footprint? Andrew M says, "Is it really, 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 really cold?" It depends on what you define as really, really cold. To me, it is cold, but it's not. I don't know. I'm not that cold. Like it's cold, but I'm not uncomfortable. Is kind of how where I'm going with this. As y'all can see, obviously you can see me walking here comfortably with a smile on my face. You know, and I've already been streaming for 17 minutes, and I'm still kind of cool with it. Be hitting different when it's a ghost. Yes. So I'm gonna walk into the street and then we're gonna go back to the middle of the street so we're gonna walk in the middle of the street and we're gonna give the ghost town vibe on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 65, too toxic. Yes, we being safe. Granted, I think this is probably the safest time to be outside because there ain't nobody out here. Ain't nobody out here to mess with me. I did see a cop car though. I seen the police or like when I was walking out, I seen the police. Maybe they, just driving around just in case somebody needs something. Later, now that's something I'm not gonna do. Now, while I am not, I'm bearing the cold and I'm fine with being out in the cold. I am not about to lay down and do a snow angel because that's going to end the stream. How big is the snow? The snow is everywhere, but it's not very deep, as y'all can see. As y'all can see, my feet are fully out the snow, so it's just a coating. It's probably like an inch on the ground, maybe if that. I got a chinchilla. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you got a channel. There was a group outside of kids earlier. Mystical Brandon, where are you from? So this is what the ghost town we talked about. I'm walking into the middle of the street. This is like the middle of the street. Y'all can see the tire marks and everything. Ghost town. It smells like something burning out here though. Maybe they got chimney. Well, it looked like these apartments might have chimneys, and maybe somebody got their fire on. I do like Texas, man. I do. You know what, y'all is we in here tonight, and since we in here, I'm just gonna keep the stream going because I usually be cutting it off. Since y'all in here and y'all talking, we gonna keep the stream going. So, do I like it here? I do like Texas a lot, man. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna live the rest of my life in Texas because I do have a thing for places that are warm, and obviously, I'm not in a place that's warm right now. But for the most part, Texas is usually pretty warm, like Dallas and Houston and all that. It's usually pretty warm. Oh, it's a car coming. But if I do move somewhere, it's gonna be somewhere that's even warmer than Dallas is. I live in New Jersey and waiting for the storm, expecting for yes. So the East Coast, y'all finna get it. We just getting a little dust in here. Now, granted, Texas, we don't know how to do anything in the snow, so it might as well be 14 inches as if it's even an inch. When I used to live on the East Coast, like this amount of snow on the ground, we be out 2 hours for school, and then it'd be you go to school after 2 hours. I would move to Florida. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, probably would move to New Orleans. I do like the New Orleans people with the accents. They be, they hit you with the "What's happening, baby?" You hit you all that, and the cooking is amazing. Uh, oh, New Orleans probably has like the best food in the country. Yo, do you want me to leave or do you want me to stay? I kind of want to go to sleep, man. If you if you're tired, man, hit the seat, hit the snooze, man. Ain't nobody tripping. I appreciate you coming in the room, being active and spreading love. But if it's your bedtime, because it is midnight, this is a late stream. Mystic Brandon first says, I'm from Kentucky. I got plans to move to Florida for like 12. Oh, I got plans to move to Florida after being here for 15 years. Shout out to Andrew for subbing. Kansas, yes, Kansas City is cold. Kansas City is super cold. Kansas City is frigid. The crazy part is I don't even think Kansas City is getting this storm. I think this is I think this is East Coast to well not I'm obviously I'm not on the East Coast, but this is a Texas to the East Coast special. Shout out to Mystical Brandon for the sub. We appreciate you. Matan Robert, what's up? Oh, one planet, one species. You think Denver can beat New England? I think Denver could beat New England, but I'll be honest. I think New England is gonna win the game tomorrow. Denver lost their quarterback last week. Not to say that that's they could homeboy Jared Stidham he might go crazy. This might be a legendary day for him tomorrow. But you know if Denver wins, it's almost like damn Jared Stidham was playing the Super Bowl. Lucky to get snow, I think. You lucky for the first day when it's all cool. Now I ain't gonna lie, we are walking. I'm walking back in the stream about to end because I am starting to get cold now. Would you move to Jacksonville or Tampa? Uh, maybe Tampa. Maybe Tampa. Now here's the thing. I would rather see the Broncos win. You know, because I don't want to see Drake May. I have a Ravens hat on. The Ravens logo's turned to the back. I'm a Ravens fan. I don't want to see Drake May win a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. Patriots are legendary. They are a good team. I'm not going. I ain't gonna. They a good team this year. So shout out to the Patriots. Go Hawks. Shout out to the Seahawks. Yeah, that should be a good game tomorrow too. Now these football games is about to come on tomorrow. Everybody's gonna be watching the games that's on tomorrow just because it's not gonna be nothing else to do but watching football tomorrow. Who are y'all picks for tomorrow? Do y'all think the Seahawks are gonna win, or y'all think it's gonna be Matt Stafford and the Rams? Yeah, I'm watching that game if I still got power. Yeah, everybody's gonna be watching football tomorrow. So that'll probably be the cool thing because The thing I had somebody ask me recently, like, do you prefer watching football or do you prefer watching basketball? And I prefer watching football over basketball, just for the simple fact that, like, football has this way of like bringing large groups of people together. Not to say that basketball doesn't do that, but football is like a thing where everybody literally gathers around the TV. Even if you don't like football, you gather around the TV, and there's so much emotion, and people be so lit for the game. Like, you look like you could be a news reporter. This is Matthew Sutton reporting live from the 2026 Dallas snowstorm. As you can see, the streets are a ghost town, and I am the only one outside. And so, if you'd like to come out and play in the snow with your boy, come on down. This is Matt signing off. I am like the news reporter right now. That's the other thing I love about social media because, like, think about it like this: you could be watching the news right now and figuring out how the weather is outside, or you could just be watching me. You know what I'm saying? You could simply be watching me. I could tell you, or I could show you cars slipping and sliding. Granted, it's only a couple cars that's coming out here, and I'm like, yo, what are y'all out here driving for? Be happy. What's popping? I am not a Lions fan. I am a Ravens fan. I would turn this hat around, but that would require me to remove it from my head. So let me see if I can. Uh, I don't know if you saw the logo. I like the Lions though. I like the fact that after all of the years of losing, they kind of turned it around. You know, popping up at the gas station. Vikings are cool too. They need a new quarterback though. I'm not a big fan of homeboy that's their quarterback. I had Justin Jefferson in fantasy football this year, and that quarterback let me down because I don't know what in the world happened with Justin Jefferson this year in fantasy. If you play fantasy football, you had Justin Jefferson, you was very disappointed. Like I wasted a pick on Justin Jefferson because he didn't do shit. We have the man in mind now. Said I'm hoping the Seahawks win the game for real though. Yeah, shout out to the Seahawks. Yeah, so that's the other thing about the Seahawks. I'm a Ravens fan, and the whole city of Baltimore is so upset that Mike McDonald is y'all coach. Because Mike McDonald was our defensive coordinator, and everybody wanted Mike McDonald to become the head coach and for them to just fire John Harbaugh. But obviously, he went out there, and now one game away from the Super Bowl. So is that 50 Cent crackhead, brother? Sure is. Be happy, bro. Wide right. All right. I think I see. All right. So we'll probably do another stream tomorrow in the snow. I think my phone is about to die, and I'm sad because I got a hell of people in the room. But whoever's in here, please like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Please encourage me to stream more because I do like streaming when people are being active in here. But I'll try to give us another stream tomorrow, and we'll do like an update on what the roads look like and stuff. Yeah, sub. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Oh shit, it's Carcom. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Whoo, we out.